Alrighty, welcome back into another episode of Auto Bets brought to you by Better in Green. Just one race this weekend, guys. F1 is off, IndyCar obviously over for the season. NASCAR playoffs still motoring along here. The final race before we make our first cuts here to get down to the final 12 drivers in the playoffs, we are going to Bristol for the Bass Pro Shops night race on Saturday night, 7:30 Eastern start time. Guys, quick recap from last week. Had a phenomenal racing weekend, a huge bounce back after we lost in all three races a couple weeks back. We hit McLaren double podium yet again in the F1 race. Another pretty easy cash there. We also hit both of our top 10 bets at Gateway for the NASCAR race. Had Bubba Wallace and Chris Buescher both at nice plus prices. Bubba plus 155, Buescher plus 175. Hit them both. Buescher 9th, Bubba 8th. So they were getting close to outside the top 10, but they got it there for us. So really happy with those results. Love this Bristol night race, guys. Really looking forward to getting into these plays. But before I do, if you are interested in football over the weekend, we do have our NFL show out right now, going over every single game on the board. That is over at our YouTube channel, so check that out if you're looking to bet the NFL. Also dropped a solo game breakdown, Lions and Bears. And then our college football Power 4 picks video is coming out today as well. So if you're looking for a breakdown on the biggest games in college football on Saturday, go check that out. We have UFC MMA out right now as well for the weekend. EPL article over at bettergreen.com is out. So we're covering everything here at Better in Green. If you are interested in betting any of those leagues, be sure to check out our other content. Guys, let's get into the plays here. So like I said, Bristol night race. Be a little bit careful when you are looking into Bristol, as obviously being on night or being at night and during the day can really make for different results. A lot of track temperature has a ton to do with that. The tire fall off, everything of that nature. Also, obviously, Bristol has been a dirt track before. So when you're looking, just make sure you're comparing apples to apples here. We want to compare Bristol night races. I do take Bristol into account during the day as well, like the race back in the spring, but really trying to look more at the night races here. For our favorite play, we're going to go over 3 top 10 bets. Top 10s have been working well for us. There's just not a ton of matchups out before practice and qualifying, so we're going to focus on top 10. The official play for the show, my favorite bet, and one that I have already locked in, Alex Bowman for a top 10 plus 105. Really like the spot for Alex Bowman here. So again, this is before practice and qualifying. Alex Bowman is plus 400, 4-1 to sit on the pole of the Bristol night race. He is the favorite, co-favorite with, I believe, Larson, Hamlin, potentially Briscoe in there as well, but one of the favorites to sit on the pole. Why? Well, he sat on the pole here back in April during the spring race. He also sat on the pole here last year in the night race. Bowman qualifies really well at Bristol. Expect him to have another great qualifying effort. Even if he doesn't end up on the pole, I do think he is inside the top 5 of qualifying, which is going to give him a good jump right off the bat. Also, you have to look at his positioning here. He is currently 15th out of 16, well below the cut line of making it into the next round of the playoffs. But his 3 other Hendrick teammates, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Chase Elliott, they're all sitting pretty here. So I think it is all hands on deck to get Alex Bowman past the round of 16 here into the round of 12. Obviously, Kyle Larson has a great shot of winning this race. Getting him out, getting him a win might be the main priority here for Hendrick if Kyle Larson's running well. But I think as far as the other guys go, Byron and Elliott, I do think they help out Bowman here and try to push Bowman forward into a good position to try to advance in the playoffs. Bowman, in the first 2 races, the reason why he's so far behind has had just terrible pit crew mishaps that have really set him back in those first 2 races. Not going to have to worry about that, at least with his old pit crew in this race, because they have swapped with Carson Hocevar's pit crew. So a new pit crew in for Alex Bowman with a lot to prove here. And I think his team really helps him out at plus 105 for a guy that's likely going to finish really well in qualifying. I absolutely love this spot here for Alex Bowman. One of my favorite plays, probably of the NASCAR season. So Alex Bowman for a top 10 plus 105, already locked that in. An official play that you're getting right here for tuning in. So thank you. I appreciate you guys watching. And then two other guys that I'm looking at. If you watched last week's video, we're just going to rinse and repeat, guys. Bubba Wallace and Chris Buescher. I like both of these guys. Again, you can get Wallace at plus 125, Buescher plus 175. Quickly on Buescher, I said it last week. I'll say it again. This guy so often runs in the top 15. A very underrated driver, in my opinion. Struggles to get it into victory lane, but runs a ton of laps in the top 10. Almost consistently always in the top 15. He has a win here at Bristol. He runs well at Bristol in the Gen 7, the 5 races in the Gen 7 car at Bristol. That includes both the night and day races. He averages a 10.3 average finish, plus 175. I think there's nice value on Buescher. Bubba, same thing. He finished third here in the night race last season. Again, I think he just kind of runs to protect his spot in the playoffs. Not going to really need to go out and get, a top 3 here. Also doesn't want to finish outside the top 20. I think he's going to try to stay clean and just run a nice, comfortable race. And I do think that gets him really close to the top 10. And I do think he has what it takes to finish in the top 10. Another kind of underrated driver right now. So that's my looks, guys. 3 plus money top 10s. Alex Bowman plus 105, the official play on the show, one that I have locked in. Bubba Wallace top 10 plus 125. Chris Buescher top 10 plus 175. Let me know in the comments, guys, what are you looking at to bet for the Bristol night race, again, on Saturday night, 7:30 Eastern start time. Would love to hear the bets that you guys are looking at, the drivers you guys are looking at. Does Larson just, basically lap the field here and win, or does someone give him a run for his money? Let me know. Would absolutely love to hear it. Again, guys, if you have not subscribed already, please consider doing so if you enjoy this content. If you liked this video, please drop a like below. Really appreciate the likes. They go a long way for us with YouTube. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you have a profitable race at Bristol Saturday night. And until next week, we will see you on the next episode of AutoBets, brought to you by Better in Green.